Attack!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smack Attack. We are live on Humming Media Group's YouTube channel and, of course, channelattitude.com after the fact. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, R to the B to the V. And Rick, welcome back to the Smack Attack. And we have a busy damn weekend of professional wrestling.
Jimmy, busy is an understatement. We have got ourselves a jacked, stacked, super packed weekend of wrestling. It is Wrestling Christmas in July. And Jimmy T, you are lucky that you have been a good boy this first half of the year, because July Santa is bringing you a sack full of Speedos and baby oil for this professional wrestling weekend, brother.
Trust me, you don't want to see me in Speedos or in baby oil, nevertheless. But thank you.
Jimmy T isn't getting the invite to those the new improved Diddy parties.
Oof. Let's not even go there. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be caught like that. Put it that way. But Rick, I mean, isn't it a bit crazy that we've got I can't keep up with all this, man. How the hell is there that many shows just over in the space of 3 days?
You know what? I've been thinking about this, and I think I have I've turned a leaf here. I've seen the light. I have been one of those individuals like, man, we are getting a lot of wrestling, too much wrestling. And I don't want to say I'm completely off of that. But when we do get these mega weekends like this, man, I'm excited. I am ready to get anchored in here. It's 11 a.m. East Coast time from here till Monday at probably 1:30 p.m. East. It's the wrestling life for me. We have got endless podcasts, endless programming to watch here. But I kind of like that, because it's a block party. Then next weekend, the weekend after that, I'm free. You don't really have to worry about trying to consume all this. So, hey, I'm a buffet type of guy. I'm a gluttonous SOB. When I open the bottle, I drink the entire fifth. That's what I'm about here. So give me as much recipe as we can this weekend.
Well, Zane Vicious in the chat says, Jimmy's people invented the freak off. What do you mean by people? Hey, we freak off down here, man, but just not exactly the way you think, Zane. Come on now. Oh, yeah.
Well, we got the chat filled up. Excited to have everybody over there, because as this edition of the Smack Attack, this is our hype. This is our kickoff for the weekend. Of course, again, you got Jimmy T and I right now. The first go of the Smack Attack coming up later this evening. We're going to be back, hopefully, with a little more of the party crew. All of you guys in the chat for a live watch along of Saturday night's main event on the late night. Brandon, let's go, Brandon. He's going to be doing After Dark, a rewatch of All In, which kicks off. The pre-show kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern, 3 for the pay-per-view, but he's going to be doing a rewatch on the late night. Then, of course, tomorrow morning, Sunday, Jimmy T and the Vet, the best in the game, going to be breaking down AEW this week and everything that happens at All In. And then Jimmy and I are going to be back tomorrow night to talk about the weekend of WWE, breaking down Saturday night's main event, Evolution, and we're going to pepper in there some of the stuff from NXT and maybe some extra bonus talk about AEW. And then Hameen and I bringing it home on Monday, man. So that is a full roster for you out there.
That is definitely a full roster and a jam-packed amount of shows, not just for us, but WWE, AEW, everybody. It is Christmas in July for professional wrestling, no doubt about it. But Rick,
I'm hoping some news. Hoping they're live. Everybody, I hope that all the shows go well. Seen the stadium layout there at All In. Looks like tickets are moving pretty well for them. It's going to be pretty sweet, the ballpark. Best luck to them. Hot Atlanta. WWE lighting it up. They got tough competition in town. Beyonce selling out the Mercedes-Benz the football stadium 5 days in a row down there. That's some heavy hitters right next door to WWE this weekend. But Jimmy, we're going to have a little fun here this morning. We want to be positive for the wrestling weekend, kick things off here and start. So everybody knows me, man. I love my pop of the day, my pop of the week. And this one absolutely popped me. I saw this floating around over in a Photoshop group, Jimmy.
Oh,
And
yes.
if you guys don't know what that is, it's people going there with photos and they say, "Hey, can you help me out here?" So this one right here, immediately when you guys see this, Jimmy, you saw it, but didn't notice it till you just looked at it before we went live.
Yeah,
here.
which is bizarre.
Who is that strappy young lad there? Next to this lady.
It seems to be, the legend killer himself in Randy Orton.
A very young Randy Orton. The best we can
Young
tell, this
whippersnapper.
picture is circa, mid 2000s. With apparently this lovely lady right here, this blonde, stacked and jacked herself right there. She had posted over in Photoshop that she was working on a project and she was looking for someone that could remove the gentleman from the photo. She loved the way she looked here. She's looking good. She wanted to use it for a project in her professional career as a nurse, but no longer. She doesn't like this guy. Doesn't want him anywhere near the project or known he was in her life. I actually clicked on her name there, Claire H something there, Roach maybe. Roach
is the last name.
Clicked on her name. She works at the hospital there in Louisville, so she is in the Louisville area. It's not Alexa Bliss. I guess kind of from where we're at here. I could see that.
I could too. I thought of that too, actually. So
yeah. So, but
it is a good comparison.
She was one of those development. I don't know if she was in development. That's how, maybe save this and ask Vet if he recognizes her.
True. You know what she does? I know it sounds weird, but she does have a familiar head. Maybe she was doing a little professional wrestling, in the coming years, but maybe I'm completely wrong. But funny enough, I mean, that's, Randy Orton's ring rat for Louisville at the time when he was in OVW.
One of them. You can pull that off there. It just popped me there. I see that. It's like, wait a minute. Immediately I knew who it was. And then I started reading what the situation was. And it was a pop, baby. Definite pop. Well, maybe Randy was just mean to her. Maybe Randy was responsible for a little bit of bullying. So this next one here.
Speaking of,
I don't know, man. I don't even where to begin here. Apparently, the woke minds that be the scientific majors, somewhere way above my pay grade, have put together an analytical scale assessment to look at online bullying, and they had ranked actually pro athletes. And amongst some of the top pro athletes, a lot of the pro wrestlers fell into that, about individuals that are on the wrong end of social media bullying. So here we have just pulled out of that list, ranking the top professional wrestlers that are on the negative side that experience online bullying here. We got 15 spots. And really, let's see, the top 5, Jimmy, belong to females. Is that surprising to you? First of all, what do you make of the list inside of itself?
I'm glad you asked, because Charlotte Flair, you can make a case for being number 1, but I would have thought, funny enough, that the Bucks should be a lot higher.
I mean that we even have something like this.
That's crazy.
What is the criteria? I want to know the analytics behind this thing. Just like a Dave Meltzer 5-star match, what the hell determines who is on this list, how it is ranked, what is negative, what is bullying? To me, that's the bigger scope here. But yeah, as I look at this, though, not surprised to see so many women. But you're saying that you weren't surprised at all to see Charlotte Flair there at the top.
I'm not surprised, but you know what I am surprised about, though? The fact that AEW is not on this list as a company, because they should be right up there as number 1. Let's be honest, though. Think about it.
That could be interesting. Not AEW, because it is an entity. We're looking at individuals.
Right.
But was Tony Khan considered?
Yes, see, Tony Khan should absolutely be in this list. Should he not?
Yes, Lab Rat, we can release this list for you, but not the Epstein Island list.
No, unfortunately.
Not even much like Australia. We don't even know anymore of that island does exist.
Let's not even go there if that island exists. But this island right here that we're looking at is a little off, Rick, I feel.
What's that?
I feel the island that we're looking at right now, in terms of who's being bullied the most online, I think is a little off. Like Jade Cargill, do you really think number 10?
Jade Cargill, there might be a lot of people, maybe a little bit, but well, and here's
Moxley should be above her.
As when we're talking about negative attacks, I think each individual is going to be a little bit different. I love that you pointed out Jade Cargill, because when we think about her, a lot of people, talk about what a physique, what a naturally, although unique but still beautiful. Just print money with her. She screams megastar, but she does get a lot of heat because maybe she doesn't run at the same speed as a lot of the indie darlings do. She's not that spot fest and all that. And maybe she's been a little slow in her development in the ring. We have talked about that regularly across all platforms there, where she is more worried about fixing her hair, readjusting her ring gear or eyelashes. She had trouble the last few weeks even applying a simple pin, where the referee had to step in and help her get in position to make sure that the opponent's shoulders were down. That could be where she's getting her target.
Yeah, but number 10, see, I feel like Moxley's been attacked and targeted way more than Cargill has. Put it that way.
Well, and again, we don't know, how they measured this thing exactly. But again, Moxley, one of those things a lot of people feel at this point, he is a little overbearing. They're tired of the Death Rider thing, which I think adds a lot of intrigue to All In this weekend.
Yeah. Absolutely. And see, that reminds me, where's Hangman Adam Page?
I don't see maybe that's another good perspective that we can look at this thing. If, they say any publicity is good publicity, correct? Positive or negative. But if you're on this list and your social media gets a huge, we usually lean towards that as being like a negative. People are so negative and so mean and so bitter through social media. To me, it is what you make out of it. But if you're on this list, that means people are talking about you on social media. You are trending.
Absolutely.
For better or worse, you are a topic, a hot topic for them.
100%.
That is something really in this people should be leaning into a little bit, right? Play into this.
For sure. Absolutely, they should be, but they're a bunch of fucking, I hate to say it, Rick, but a lot of, professional wrestlers in 2025, unfortunately.
It's been talked about here inside of professional wrestling. You've got these grown adults, these amazing athletes in tremendous shape, but the insecurities are ridiculous. They're out there pretending, and it's so much that they're in so many cases where they're not really feel safe within who they are because, really they're making a livelihood. They're out there in the forefront pretending to be something else.
Yeah, it's true. It's a fact. But what blows my mind even more though, Rick, they're pretending to be something else, but still they're so sensitive, bro. Like,
yes, and that's what it is. We always talk about drawing the line between reality and fiction of pro wrestling and blurring, the kayfabe world and reality. But for the wrestlers, they're the ones that have the hardest time doing that.
It's true. And it's, it's bizarre, in some ways. And I get it. But if they just don't pay notice to it, you know what I mean? By keep talking about it and all that, maybe it won't bother them as much. But, they just look at the end of the day, Charlotte, you're older now. All right. Just get with reality, girl. You know what I mean? We all don't like aging, but it is what it is.
Charlotte at the top of this list. This is an intriguing one to me. I think overall, if we would take the complete sports world, I would think the number one on that list, I haven't seen it, would have to be LeBron James.
Oh, yes, absolutely, 100% LeBron James.
So inside of the wrestling world, Charlotte is kind of like a LeBron James of women's wrestling. So absolutely. Very, very talented, a generational type individual. She stands way above the rest of the pack in every women's division. She is in a league of her own. And she, again, as we're talking about, one of those people that takes this very personal. And I think the online attacks towards her, they really stem from creative doing her no favors. And a lot of the attacks towards her are that she's constantly pushed into that limelight, that even when she takes some time off, that she is thrust right back into a championship match or given the belt right away. And that just leaves a bitter taste in a lot of fans' mouths. And then they're going to jump on some of the issues that Ashley, the person, might have. She's been through some things, and it has been visible since her return that she is dealing with personal issues there. Another marriage lost. You know, you can tell she with some kind of body image issues where the transformation, all of the surgeries, coming back, total backfire in the booking where they thought she was going to be a baby face. The crowd absolutely rejected it and rejected it so much that it got people cheering one of the most awful personalities, characters in wrestling, in Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
That's how much of the rejection was there. And Ashley, the person, had seemed to let that just weigh so much on her soul.
Which I don't understand how it does and why it does that. And at the same time, though, Rick, I think to myself, as fans, as humans, are the fans these days in professional wrestling just really whack these days, dude? I hate to say it like that, but when I say whack, you know, the fans have to pick on absolutely everything now. But it's not just wrestling fans. It's in all of, you know, in everything, in sports, entertainment.
Right.
Just picking on celebrities and whatnot. You know what I mean?
And that, because with social media and even ease of something like this, you know, get a mic set, and you can go voice an opinion like that. We are closer than we've ever been, man, just within a touch, a hand's reach of these platforms. Now, here's what I see. We usually throw the shade at and talk about the fans. Right. Now, Jimmy, you're right. It does happen if it be the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball. And right now, the popular thing is for people to go to social media and toss all sorts of shit at the WNBA, which is another
that's really bad too right now. Absolutely.
You know, platform there. But I think in wrestling, what you see a lot more of than you do on the other major sports is the wrestlers are selling for this shit.
Yeah.
They're taking the bait. You know, I've seen Charlotte recently getting engaged with comments over on the Twix, you know, trying to come back at some people here. You're supposed to be the star. You're up here. We are down here. Stop selling for this. The artist saying,
but they continuously steal.
Missing the issue with Charlotte is WWE keeps trying to push her on us, which is causing us the backlash. That's what we just said. We literally just said that is the reason for a lot of the negativity, the bullying towards Charlotte. It starts with bad creative, the misuse, the casting of the character. But then inside of that, you look at the other things that she's got going on, and that is the fuel that they're using, the add-on. They'll start talking about the failed marriages. They'll start talking about the plastic surgery. They're just adding on to the bad creative. That's the catalyst for it.
You know, I hate to say this, Rick, and I hate to ask you this question, but do you think, you know, it's going to get to these wrestlers one of these days so bad? And I know it's happened already in Japan, for example, but I'm talking specifically in the US. Do you think a wrestler would absolutely unalive themselves over this shit?
You know, that is a real point. And I hope inside of the companies, you know, down at the Performance Center, they go through promo class, they teach you bell to bell, all of that. Right now, I hope there are some safety classes, or the companies are looking towards those, you know, outside of personal coaching, mental health, because this is a real issue for these talents right now, as we can see as they sell here. Also, you know, I would have in those classes, how many times now we're starting to see an increase of issues with fans stalking the talents.
Oh,
we just
dude.
had somebody showed up.
I'm glad you brought that up, because just recently, Maven, just before we went on the air, as I was setting up, I had the Maven show playing in the background, just on TV. It was just playing automatically. And the first thing he said on the show was about how he doesn't understand how, but fans have found his actual home address.
Yeah, well, I saw Rhea Ripley just posted she will not be answering any fan mail sent to her home address.
But, dude, that's crazy, man.
We had that weirdo just arrested at the Performance Center looking for Liv.
The one that got shot?
Mr. Brantley. No, that was another. That was a bit back. We had one. That was the one at DeVille's house. Mr. Brantley saying that Charlotte's dad doesn't do her any favors. She's got a lot
true.
going on in her life that she is trying to juggle here. And the person inside of her, she is looking for that release where she knows she is so good. And she goes out onto that stage, and there's something in her. She wants to be kind of applauded, rewarded for her talents, her efforts. She's hit the campaign trail hard this week. She's penned, dude. She's penned a great article talking about what it's like to be Ashley
in the Players Tribune, I think it was.
Yeah, she did the Undertaker show. They had a good time talking about it. She looked kind of Undertaker as a big brother. She does some other interviews talking about how much it cut deep with that Tiffany 0 for 3 marriage shot that they had in their promo exchange leading into their match at WrestleMania. I feel you, girl. I feel you. But to me, I don't know if this is the approach I would take. I don't know if going out there and playing the sympathy card is the right step to go to get that fan base to embrace you. Right.
No, it's not. And she should know that, man. That's what gets to me.
Well, you got PR people behind you that are coaching you up on this, and it is a direction, and they're leaning in hard onto this thing.
It's true, man.
To me, it's you are the superstar. Rise above this. This is more playing the sympathy card here is more selling to the trolls on the Twitter and on social media.
And you're justifying them too by doing what she's doing.
And again, right here, you're appealing. You're trying to get the sympathy of a very niche audience, that bubble inside of the bubble. And you're walking a very thin tightrope here where either they buy or it is going to blow up in your face. And you think you're number one on this list now, you might be the entire list in 6 months.
Yeah, 100%. And this is Texas brings up a great point, by the way. Well, this ain't Texas, by the way.
This ain't Texas.
Yeah, this ain't Texas. Says Ricochet uses Twitter against the Marktards masterfully. The Charlotte jealousy of her being one of the ghosts is just sad. First of all, you're right about Ricochet, and I was going to bring that up because I feel like, he uses, the social media to actually propel his name and get himself out there.
I'll give that to Ricochet. We were talking about could these talents lean into this thing, take this to the next level. If I'm Ricochet, I am tracking this thing each week, just like when we open up the polls for college football or college basketball to see where people are ranked. I'm Ricochet trying to make a point to move myself up to number one.
100%, man. And that's a win.
But you know what would happen right there? What's the vet always say? The best way to become the top baby face in the business is to be the top heel,
man. Yeah,
it's the top heel in the business.
It's crazy, man, because it's true. But you know what? It's working, but the fans are actually booing him out of respect, I feel like, with Ricochet. You know what I mean? The ones that know. Like, if you get what I mean? He's not getting, like, go away heat, for example.
Yeah, I believe it was you and I that were talking about this last week when, if it's a talent that you're really appreciative of, and we were using Kevin Owens as an example.
Right.
If he's out there busting his ass as a heel, trying to generate heat, and get that audience to boo, to get to the levels of even they want to throw trash, they want to riot in the arena. That's going to help get Kevin over, not cheering him. So if you're truly a fan, you truly want to be a part of the show, the program, then play into what your favorite performers are giving you.
100% agree with you. You know who else has played it pretty well to the females, by the way, I think? Nia Jax.
Yeah, I do. I see that as well. And Nia, in her case, again, I think it's a lot of, it's the character that we get and the real persona conflict with Nia.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think, with her on television, they try to present her. If they do it right or wrong, that's for another discussion. But is the big mean monster, that's here to just beat up and pick on all the other girls. But then when we see her on social media, she wants to be the TikTok queen, the prom queen. all of that, and she is pretty outspoken. She'll let people hear it.
Oh, she'll give it to you, bro.
There's a weird kind of chemical storm brewing there with Nia, but no surprise that she's up there. Mercedes, no surprise. I think Saraya, she's just an easy
Saraya's
target.
Not bad. Right, she's an easy target.
I saw someone over the chat, even with the big question. Tegan Knox, that one.
She's a crybaby though about it, dude. Have you seen the way she like cries about it?
I barely remember her in the company.
Oh, she's come up recently doing a couple of videos online and she's crying about it. She thinks no one's interested in her, like to wrestle. I mean, she's pretty bland.
She the one it was fair. About how it was she the one it's like so hard to get bookings. I thought, everyone would be rolling out the red carpet and all that.
That's the one. Having a cry.
Yeah, CM Punk, when you lean so far one side, you're so outspoken in your viewpoints, right. You're just opening up that door. I love this one. Chris Jericho! You just made the list.
But I think he plays it generally pretty well too. Even Punk for the most part as well.
I would like Jericho. We were talking. Ricochet does a great job with it. Jericho, bring back some version of the list for this.
100% he will. He'll make money somehow when it goes ding in his head over this somehow. 100%. Britt Baker doesn't really say much.
Hold on. What? All right, I got somebody that wants an expert here that is living this, that wants to weigh in on it. I'm going to give him just a moment here to join us, Jimmy.
I wonder who this is, chat. Any suggestions? Who do you think it could be? Oh, and by the way, I want to thank the Resident Evil AMC saying I subbed. Thank you for subbing. We really appreciate it.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Jimmy. No.
Hello, Jimmy. It's me, your queen, Charlotte Flair.
It's peak Charlotte Flair.
Oh, hello, social media. I just want you to love me. Just love me. I am your queen, Jimmy. Why don't you love me? Jimmy, tell me you love me. Tell me you love me. All right, that is enough. That is enough. Get out of here.
Oh, right. She's gone?
You got to go win some. I want to be your tag team champion. Yes, Jimmy. Out of here. Out of here. Jesus.
Yeah. That's for Charlotte. See, look, they cheat her. I don't know what she's complaining about.
Go. She is getting over here, but Jimmy, all right, man. You know what? Hey, lean into this thing, man. Have fun with it. Embrace the hate. Get over with it.
Embrace the hate, man. It's as simple as that. Don't even pay notice to it or freaking use it to your advantage. It's not that hard, right? The more you play into that, the more it's true, even. You know what I mean? You're playing to the trolls. Charlotte, please settle down.
Lean in, and don't sell for the trolls. That is what the advice we can give you here on the Smack Attack. Jimmy, we're supposed to do a blue brand review, aren't we? Isn't that part of the weekly gimmick that we got going on?
That is the weekly gimmick, and I think it's time we do touch into that. So, Rick, let's get into the Smack Attack.
Oh, yeah, Smack Attack. SmackDown coming at you. All right, we got two big headlines for you from SmackDown last night's SmackDown, and then we're going to jump into the hype for all the big hype for this weekend. But Jimmy, first and foremost, we have a new tag team champions. The Wyatt Sicks has captured the belts from the Street Profits. Your thoughts, buddy?
That's nuts.
I'll let you jump into this thing, man. It has been a very rough covering the SmackDown tag division since really the turn of the calendar. Since I started doing
that's an understatement. No, it's true, man. That's how long it's been going for, and for me, it's going to continue, dude. What were they thinking by hot-shotting those bouts now to the Wyatt Sicks, dude? And in particular, it was Gacy and what's the stalker's name again? For crying out loud, I gone blank.
Lupus.
That's it. And dude, I just don't agree with it. I just don't like it for some reason. It really maybe I'm a little harsh on the Wyatt Sicks because I just don't buy it. I can't get into it. But come on, man. When you compare them to the Street Profits look like giants compared to Loomis and Gacy. Let's be real here, dude.
Well, let's even start here from the beginning. And I admitted this last week where RBV was completely wrong. When the Wyatt Sicks got introduced into this tag division, I had optimism. I was excited. I thought they were going to revitalize this once just pathetic division that had been relegated to just getting everybody involved into one segment. I liked the different combinations. I thought they could add some intrigue. We could get some things away from the ring, away from the arena, a different reality, if you will, to really add some fire to this tag division. Wrong. Didn't do any of that at all. Instead of usually what is cool about the Wyatt Sicks to elevate the tag division just made the Wyatt Sicks suck even more.
Oof,
that was the issue there. So, and then the Street Profits. The one positive thing this year that we had before winning the belts, man, when they didn't just want the smoke, they were bringing the fire. Remember how intense they were in those vignettes, that they were here to take back that gold, reclaim the division, take it in a new direction. But as soon as they win the belts, they go back to the Solo Cup, chucking and jiving, stereotype that everybody dislikes. And we lost that edge, we lost that energy, and they just got sucked into that void, proving that the genius Triple H, he's just as it's clueless when it comes to the tag team wrestling as the old man was. They just don't care about it. So what do we get here in this match? You get the heel champions, right? Are they heel? Because they flip-flop so much.
I'm pretty sure they seem like they're baby faces right now.
Right. And I guess it's by necessity. Whoever they're facing, whoever the challengers are.
Right.
So the Wyatt Sicks are getting the cheers here. So I guess the Street Profits are working as heel. So these dorks come out cosplayed as Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, that was weird, dude. I'm not going to lie. Especially Montez almost had it down to a T.
Yeah. Well, everybody making that comparison. So maybe are they foreshadowing?
No, I was. That was Shawn Michaels circa 90, 92, 93.
No, but are we foreshadowing right now? It's always been speculated
as
the eventual breakup of the Street Profits. Because everyone always kind of said that Ford has all the makings to be the next Heartbreak Kid. Which would leave, the other dude, I can't think of his damn name, Cincinnati boy. Sorry. Dawkins as like the Genetti of that group, right? But he's proven he's got some value, but are they foreshadowing? But anyway, they look like dorks here. Why are we coming out cosplaying as Shawn Michaels?
Dude, I don't understand any professional wrestler cosplaying another wrestler, dude.
So they're taking on, it's been said last week on a Monday Locker 2 weeks ago, when you're cosplaying, you're not getting yourself over. You're putting the person that you're cosplaying as over.
Yeah, that's why it's funny. It's that simple, dude. That's why I'm laughing. How dumb can you be? I'm sorry, but it's dumb.
And then to give you like that expert eye, and Ben shared this in the chat. So you've got the cosplaying heel champs taking on the mystic dark side of the Wyatt Sicks. And how do they start the match? With a lockup.
Yeah, pal. A good old lockup.
You got all this circus shit going on. Yeah, let's go to a collar and elbow, man. Let's go to just
collar and elbow tie up, bro. It's true, man. It's I don't understand. See, again, you brought up it's simple, Rick. What you just said is wrestling fundamentals, dude. Right? But it seems like today's professional wrestling has forgotten fundamentals. How have they forgotten fundamentals?
That works as if you got two guys, a couple guys out there in tights and they're going out there for a wrestling match, but we've got the makings of everything but a wrestling match. and this is where now you want to get down to technical basics. I don't know. Dude,
you know what else? This match wasn't even, I felt like this match sucked and it went for way too long. Maybe it felt long for me, but this match just felt like it was draining my life. And then
I gotta be honest with you, because I was at the track from 8 a.m. until 11:30 p.m. yesterday. I saw the entrances and I saw the finish.
Look at Zane saying, I'm a Bret Hart guy and wanted to do the Shawn shit. Oh, come on, bro. Come on. Apparently, Ducks Arcasta says, remember, Trips does not see color, eh?
Yeah. So our other big news, the biggest moment coming out of SmackDown, and this does have me excited. I am intrigued. I want to see where the hell this is going. I think this is going to lead to a mega blockbuster moment in New Jersey. I hope they play into this thing night 1 and night 2 up there at SummerSlam. We got a new alliance. We got a new Mega Powers formation in the making here. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. What a power duo here. And of course, on that opposing side, Logan Paul, he just had to get involved there. And you got the wild card, Drew McIntyre. Where's he going to play into this thing? I mean this wholeheartedly, man. I'm excited about this. I love the pairing. Was definitely interested, curious where they were going to go with the rumors when we heard Jelly Roll was going to be on SmackDown. Just not on SmackDown, but was going to start a program going into the biggest show of the summer, SummerSlam. I think what I really like about this is all the inside the bubbles that are getting popped by the Uber Sparks. Oh my God, this is the best you can come up with for Randy Orton. This is embarrassing. Hey, shut the F up right now. You've got Randy Orton out there, one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. You are pairing him with the biggest, no pun intended, the biggest recording and touring music artists in the world. One of them, top 3.
Absolutely,
in the world
right
now. You got him paired with Jelly Roll. Toss in Logan Paul, one of the top influencers, top podcasters going. We have got a PR machine right here. This is going to be good. Drew McIntyre's going to get a rub from this thing, hopefully. This is going to be huge. In a grand picture, the moments with these guys are going to be the most long-lasting, memorable at SummerSlam.
Absolutely. And for anyone, we'll talk about this off the air too, Rick. Like you said, all the super marktards that are not happy about this do not understand the bigger picture here, man. All right. First of all, this is an absolute must. WWE have got access to Jelly Roll and Logan Paul, who's actually part of WWE. And you don't, put all that together and do something like this. You'd be stupid not to do that. You know what I mean? And even if all the negativity out there about all this shit, because there is a lot of it, it doesn't matter because everyone's talking about it anyway, or just make them trend. And Jelly Roll, all the stuff that we heard, like as rumors, seem to be true. He is half a Jelly Roll at this point. You know what I mean? He's lost so much weight, dude. Like,
and
I was shocked.
That's what I was really curious about. Okay, how are we going to protect him? Hey, and Jelly Roll is a huge wrestling fan.
Absolutely.
Big time fan. He wants this, man. And we're talking about people got there and motivate, that rise up to an occasion. Hey, Jelly Roll is like a representative for like 95% of the audience, where you fat asses need to get off that couch, get out there, start putting the work in, lose that weight, chase those dreams, find that success, tell that story with him through this,
Dude, that's money right there, man.
And living a dream to step in there, do something like that. Last year at SummerSlam, he had one of the biggest moments. He did. That next day, it was on ESPN. It was on the TMZs. It was on the talk shows. It was on local news, CNN, national news. It was everywhere. You're going to be able to have a moment like that this year. And now you're going to have that all the way on the build there. But there's a lot of positive things you can do with Jelly Roll. And then to have Randy Orton, one of the most recognized faces in the company. People know who it is. It's not going to be like, who's that guy? Holy shit. Jelly Roll is with Randy Orton. And then you got on the other side. On the other side of the ring, you got Logan Paul, who has one of the most just punchable faces in existence. And then for Drew McIntyre, who looks like a goddamn god, even if people aren't familiar with him, they're going to take notice.
Absolutely.
I'll give him, hat tip to him. I was wondering what they were going to do. I think they got this one right. Just maybe one little nitpick. I think it speaks volumes that they don't have anybody ready, or that they believe in. Like this could have made a young star.
True, if you put it like that, it definitely could have. But clearly, they don't have the trust for them to put any young kid over right now in the spot like this.
There's a lot of trust you need here.
Right.
Who's going to be able to go out there? Obviously, you're going to get all that PR. All that PR there. But inside of it, when it does get physical, you're going to need people around them that can make Jelly Roll look good and protect it.
Yeah, and I'm curious now to, obviously the rumors have been pretty true about Jelly Roll. And I bet you he has been training, obviously, look at him, right? But I think he has been training in the ring also. I wonder how good he actually is.
Hey, Russ saying, who would they use? Hey, I don't have an answer for that, Russ. I don't know who they would slide into that spot. I'm just talking in a generalization that the company doesn't have anybody ready like that. I'm trying to get
Mello, would have been interesting, maybe.
No, that wouldn't at all.
You don't think so?
No, you need a larger than life. You need a megastar, someone that screams professional wrestling, that screams what you're trying to sell. Wrestling's a product, the catalyst for the overall business plan there. Somebody like Carmella, he's great when you tune in. He's fun to watch. Why you're already hooked. You need real bait. You need hooks, the real people.
Could Austin Theory been that guy, say 2 years ago?
Well, remember, it was them. It was Theory and Waller.
That's what I'm saying.
That spot last year.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm bringing him up.
They're so far removed. I'm looking at. I don't know if there is one. I think it's a bigger issue in the company. Not exactly who, but why isn't there?
Right.
Why aren't we talking? Why isn't it easy for us to identify? That's the issue. Why isn't it easy enough for us to identify people that would have been good in that role? Because there is no.
That's true. There really
That's
isn't. What about Obafemi or Trick Williams even?
But they are nowhere. Have been nowhere near that.
That's the problem. Right?
Roster spotlight.
Right.
We're not going to just take somebody out of AAA and put them right in there.
Nah.
I didn't mean AAA. I meant like baseball. Like we're not going to take anyone from the minor leagues.
Sorry, yeah.
We're not going to take someone right from the minor leagues and put them in a spotlight like that when they're not.
Right. No.
Even your core audience, your grand core audience, isn't that familiar with them. I think.
No, you're right. That's true.
Here with Randy, that's the
and
issue.
That's fair assessment too.
And I will say this though, and here with Logan Paul as well, how great, man, is that he comes out in that delivery talking about how there's no room in this business for outsiders and influencers.
And then
just the irony, man, to get that heat
he
so
knows
great.
It, man. The guy just gets it, bro. Like he really does. He's a natural at doing this, man. Whether we like it or not, he just gets it, man.
Yeah. So I mean, he's gonna be great. Now I'm really interested to see Drew's involvement and where he gets some more play into this thing. I hope he gets to be a focal point here, especially how wrong he was done going back to WrestleMania, where he could have easily been a part of that triple threat, making a fatal 4-way for night one. And then he comes out and helps try to make and put over Damian Priest.
Fucking everybody, bro. Everybody. Say what you want about Drew McIntyre, but he has been the most giving guy in WWE for the last 2 years straight.
Hey, really at the end of this thing, Randy doesn't necessarily need to rub inside of professional wrestling. And Jelly Roll's going to live out a now. Jelly Roll is going to live out a dream. He's going to give a great rub to the company, to the brand. Logan's going to do his thing. I hope who we're really talking about, who really benefited coming out of that this summer, is that you and I had a conversation this week about what is going to catapult Drew back up to that top, giving him a spotlight. But I think we need to be patient. He's going to have to be a bit player because there's some big names on the stage here. But on the back end, can he shine the brightest?
Absolutely. The Artist Returns actually brings up an interesting point because I forgot about him. I get the Jelly Roll rub, he says, but they need Dom in that spot. Dom could have been an interesting dude in these spots, actually. It would have worked, too.
You know what? I'll give that to Artist there. We're still talking about a young, if there was one that could have used that opportunity, I would love to have that conversation to really deep dive if that could have been Dom.
I could imagine the heat we would get for saying that too, but so many people are like, Well,
no, I mean,
you either love him or hate him.
If we're looking to catapult one of those younger talents, but I still think it comes down to that when they got Jelly Roll in there, they know the attention they're going to get. This is going to be crossover appeal like crazy, and they know this. They know that there's the darlings. They know that people love the Kevin Owens and the Sami Zayns. But when it comes down to really selling this product, You want the guys that look the part.
Absolutely.
And nobody, except maybe Brock Lesnar, looks the part like Randy Orton.
And also, like what we said earlier, it goes back down to trust, man. You know what I mean? And what better guys that you could trust pretty much the most at this point, none other than McIntyre and Randy Orton.
No two better ring generals in there.
It comes down to that too. And that's why with the younger guys, it wouldn't work. Unless Dom is a possibility, though, I would say he's got enough charisma to actually make it work somehow. And he doesn't shit himself too under the spotlight.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good one. I will. Hey, did you think this though? At the end, my immediate mind went to when Paul is backpedaling, he's getting the hell out of there, and he starts trashing the band set. I immediately went to Step Brothers, the movie. Brendan, you better not touch my drum set.
That's a classic right there.
It's my beat lab.
Definitely.
This is my beat lab.
That's a classic, man. Yeah, but look, like who said it before? Oh yeah, like Bruce said, out of everyone they got right now, is Logan Paul is the right decision for that spot. Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I think it's a good call. Good call across the board there.
Hey,
I'm interested. Hey, I wholeheartedly believe this. I'm going to stand on it, but I am interested. This Monday, I'm sure you can tune in right here to the channel. Media Group, high noon. Yeah, we like that high noon because I got that drug selling dude with me, Ben Hameen from Ravens Joint. I'm sure he's going to tell me how I'm completely wrong. But hey, that's the conversations I love having with him. But I'm no pun intended, all in on that. So Jimmy, how about now we switch those gears and we start looking forward. We have got, again, big time programming, big time matches across the board all weekend long. Right here, we're about under an hour away from the kickoff for AEW's All In Texas. The buy-in show is going to get going at 1 p.m. They have got a big
early,
card.
Bro.
Yeah, well, that's their pre-show. They'll get some things going there. 3 p.m. for their big start time. They're going toe-to-toe. NXT Great American Bash also over on the Cock starts at 3 p.m. And, of course, that's going to lead to Saturday night's main event, Evolution, tomorrow night. Jimmy, let me ask you, man. All these big events, which show, not moments or matches, which complete show stands out to you? Which one are you most excited for?
Honestly, dude, I mean, I feel like Saturday night's main event is the standout show right now, right? But in saying that, I know it's surprising, I am kind of excited for All In suddenly, now that we're here. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing if they're going to shit the bed or hit it out the park. No pun intended.
I will agree with you. We'll throw it out there to the chat as well. Everybody's saying he's excited for Saturday night's main event. I will agree with you. I think initially I was leaning towards Saturday night's main event. You know, it's a shorter, sweeter card. We've got some big names there. We got that nice 2-hour block. With AEW, there's a lot going on. So we got that long pre-show, 3 o'clock. They regularly run like a 3-4 hours. So that still holds me back.
That's what's bothering me though, Rick.
But in the last 2 weeks, week and a half, I got a hat tip. Kudos to Tony Khan. I think he's done a great job of really turning up the heat, at least with me, and driving up my interest in what's going to happen at All In. Now, but I think that's for like 5 or 6 matches. There's a lot more outside of that. But I'm going to give the edge right now that I'm a little more excited over the others for All In, for a couple of the storylines that they got going on. And we kind of talked about NXT. It's just part of a big Atlanta takeover weekend. They're just looking, they want to say, hey, we've got these different events going on. Give us a big payday for these big, metro areas. That's what it's about. So there's not much intrigue there with the NXT. I love any time you can see Opal Febby hooking up with anything, but they just got like a lot of small storyline developments being pushed.
Yeah, forward. It hasn't been as hyped as other takeovers or whatever. Not takeovers. What are they called these days again?
PLEs.
No, I know, but what's their isn't? Oh no, they don't have like a takeover.
They abandoned that. They just have it's just Great American Bash. They got the general PLE names that they go with, and there are some things on Evolution that I'm certainly excited for. I think a lot of that has seemed rushed. As
Rushed. I mean, for me, like apparently, like Vet, because he covers the next level, obviously. Apparently, they've been doing a good job on NXT. Building to Evolution, but I haven't been watching NXT lately for the most part, right? So I don't know. Well, but on the main roster, they've done nothing.
That's built in naturally with NXT. If you look at all of the wrestling program from all of the majors across the board, you get a lot more women's segments on the weekly. If anything, they're probably like 50-50 split down there, if not leaning more towards on the women's side when it comes to their segments.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. Only like last week on Raw, they started getting into it a little bit, Evolution, but I feel like it's a slap in the face to the women of WWE in some ways, dude. It just shows how much they give a fuck about women's wrestling, really.
I don't necessarily think it's women's wrestling. I think they've kind of fallen victim here. Freaking flying here. Flying a wall listening to us, man. I think it's more of when you look at the new business model that is just, it has been turned up to 100, rip the volume off or rip the knob off for WWE. Again, it's about going into these metropolis areas, big cities around the globe right now. I mean, they're already hyping up you guys down at Perth. What are they doing?
Yeah.
It's not coming in for a blockbuster event. You know, it's not coming in for like a couple house show tour and then a big payoff show.
It's a whole week.
It is a major blockbuster 4 or 5 days of events. And they're trying to get as much in. So I think when they went to Atlanta, all right, we can do a Saturday night's main event. We've got our NXT built in. We got Raw, SmackDown. We need some extra pizzazz here. Where can we go? What can we do? And it so happened, all right, let's revisit that Evolution. Let's do that. Bring that back here. Then we're going to reset. We're going to go to Jersey where we got 2 nights of SummerSlam, bookend by, SmackDown and Raw. You throw in some NXT somewhere in there, and then rinse, repeat. I think you guys might be the next one down in Australia after that. Or there's probably
October is Australia.
Okay, so you guys in October. So you got August. There's probably something in September that's going to be a big weekend here in the States. Then boom, we're going to do it again in Australia. That's their new business model. Like I said, what they're seeing, what the WWE is copy, cut, and paste here. It's just like what Beyonce's doing in Atlanta this weekend, like Taylor Swift does, like Jelly Roll does. They come into these metropolises and they take over for 4 or 5 days.
Which is smart, man. It makes sense for sure.
And with WWE, so what we've seen in Vegas, look at all the kickbacks they're getting. What was it? Miami, the city of Miami put out like, oh my God, it was like over $100 million just to entice the WWE to put in infrastructure to bring in TKO shows.
Right. It's
to
true,
host
man.
a big block of WWE, UFC, and even bull riding. Kansas City put it out there. They're giving them huge tax breaks.
Everybody,
huge payoffs.
Everybody, right? It's crazy.
So all these people are sitting there saying, "Oh, it's all about the wrestling. It's the war between AEW and WWE." No,
it's all about the money.
It is not. WWE is not in the wrestling business anymore. Their wrestling is the product and the catalyst for the bigger overall business picture. They are in blockbuster events, television, streaming, and branding. That's what they're there for. Wrestling is just a product and a catalyst. Where Tony Khan is like trying to run a wrestling company.
Exactly. It's exactly right. It's not evolving. Like WWE now is in this, pun intended, I guess, evolution phase of how wrestling is actually being, promoted everywhere, all over the world. You know what I'm saying? So it's an interesting time, no doubt about it. Whether we like that or not, that's another thing. But this is the evolution of professional wrestling, unfortunately or fortunately, right?
Yeah, well, let's run through some of the shows. We'll talk about some of the things that stick out to us here. Let's start with NXT. I know this coming Wednesday, they're going to have the best breakdown. Vet and Big Ray are going to be talking about this thing on the next level. But Jimmy, we got Obafemi versus Yoshiki Iranama. Is that right? In Amura? Yeah, that's it.
Yes, that's how you say it.
Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe in a tag match versus Fatal Influence. I don't like that that's a tag match. Just give me a championship match there. Sol Ruka, she's going to be defending her Women's North American Championship against Izzy Dame. We got Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints and Javon Evans versus Jasper Troy, the big dude from that just won the LFG show there. Will be some Sol Ruca. I'm going to be tuning in for that one. I guess Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. That should be a good one.
It's AEW, man. We've seen this match before, I believe, more than once. So
yeah, but now we get to see it in the minor leagues of the big league.
The minor leagues of the big leagues. Yeah, you know what, dude, though? I'm not the biggest Ricky Saints fan. Ethan Page, he's grown on me, though. Couldn't stand Ethan Page. But then I started digging him, man, because he kind of gets it.
He's good.
Sorry?
The dude
He's good, man. But but that's all he's going to be, though. I don't think there's that much left of, I don't think he's got more of a ceiling, though. I think he's just a good hand.
He's got so much potential. He could have a very, very long run with the company. When I say this, I mean it in the most positive light. The guy is the next Miz.
Yeah, and that's a fucking great spot, bro. You know what I mean? Whether he can win a world championship, though, like the Miz has, is another thing. But it doesn't matter, right?
The Miz was right timing, right place, right time and place for the Miz in that championship. And look at the Miz. He knows that. He realizes that, but he leaned into it and he has milked that cash cow for all these years. But you look at how dynamic, and you can put the Miz in anything. He's going to make it work. He's going to get it over, and he hits it right on it.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. Like I said, that's a great comparison.
I finished my pop, and now I am on to my Powerade. Okay, so I got my caffeine, and my electrolytes. But yeah, thanks for the pop there. So yeah, NXT gets going at 3 p.m. Hopefully, maybe some surprises there from Shawn Michaels and his crew. I'm sure Shawn Michaels going to be doing a lot of TikTok dancing afterwards.
Oh God.
So so we got the NXT. So keep an eye on that there. Let's go. Let's talk a little the next show up here. And this is where we're going to lean on you, buddy. This is your expertise right down your lane. You're responsible for covering it for us each and every week. Woo! Updated here. 12 matches announced for All in Texas.
Damn.
Hey.
It's a lot of matches, dude.
Didn't we have This Ain't Texas down there? But hey, you go bigger in Texas, right?
Well, this is what he said.
As Tony Storm said this week on the programming, Texas is known for 2 things, and she is one of them. We're going to find out.
Tony Storm?
Yeah, she said it's known for 2 things, and she is one of them. We're going to find out if Tony Storm's got those big bull balls down there. She put her belt on the line against Mercedes Moné.
She ain't winning, unfortunately.
Well, who? Oh, let's talk. Let me get through.
I'm talking about Storm. Storm ain't winning, bro. It's gonna be Mercedes. Okay, Ultimo Mercedes, bro.
Let's go, bro. Let's put it down. What do you want to bet? When we sit down?
Really?
Tomorrow night and talk about this. What do you want to put on the line? I'm going with the Storm keeps on rolling. And it makes complete sense.
Wow.
To not get that payday, that cash in this time around.
Wow.
Why are you in favor of Mercedes here?
Because one, she is absolutely the love child of Tony Khan's, right? I know it's disgusting thinking about it, but it's true. He absolutely loves it.
Yeah, he's got that little crush on her.
He loves it. He adores it, bro. Like straight up adores it.
You think when she leaves the arena that Tony's sneaking in there and maybe sniffing her ring gear from the night? But
it wouldn't surprise me, bro. Straight up.
What is Tony maybe a little jealous? Is he a little bitter that big old Hispanic bull's been climbing up on her, and now
wow.
he might be tired of that toy. He might be looking in a new direction.
Well, if they go that way with what you said, then I'll definitely say for sure he's jealous of the Beast Mortos and his newfound, client or whatever. They're both going out, him and the CEO. But no, in all honesty, though, I do think Mercedes will win because she's just unbeatable. One, she doesn't lose. Second, they want to tell that Ultimate Dragon story. Do you remember Ultimate Dragon back in WCW back in the day? They had 10 million They had 10 million fucking indie belts that he had. No shit, he had like 15 belts or whatever it was.
To us, maybe for us, the original belt collector.
Right, he was. He really was, dude.
He he had those. At no point did he ever look as ridiculous as Mercedes Moné looks walking around with all of those championships.
I know. You know what? They love ridiculous in AEW, Rick, and they're gonna fucking love this, bro. When she's got the world championship too, so that's why I'm saying Ultimo Monday, bro.
If you are Tony Khan right now, you are looking to make a major statement that yes, Mercedes Moné, she signed this huge deal. She is a mega star around the world, and she calls your company home. She's been collecting all of these belts, all of this championship gold. No one can stop her. She's been on this incredible winning streak. Everywhere she goes, she puts the champs down. She is the new queen. But what do? What is a statement you want to make that AEW is on another level, that they are above all? She can go get any belt in the world, but she can't get this one.
Well,
that is how important, that is how precious on another level the AEW's women's championship is. That's a statement that you can make.
It's wishful thinking, Rick. But I will say
it ain't wishful. It's smart booking.
I will see. Rick says it's a spoiler. He's saying it now. So I'll tell you what, man. If you go by Wrestling 101, considering what happened on Dynamite, you'd think, like, basically that she might, get over. I'm talking about Toni Storm might be over in this match. Actually, I haven't watched this week's Dynamite yet. I was going to watch it, like, obviously before the wreckage. But technically, didn't Toni Storm didn't Moné get the better of Toni Storm?
I believe so.
If that's the case,
now I'm having one of those moments. I know I watched it. I've had one of those moments where I don't retain it.
That's all right. AEW has that effect on you, dude. You just be watching it, but you just go blank.
But I think you get this. You got to look at that bigger story here. Tony is, I'm sorry, way more over than Mercedes.
You think so? Really?
Oh my God, by light years, she is over.
Don't mistake the hate she gets, though, with Mercedes
that argument there that you don't need a belt to be over. I think she is actually. It is Tony that is elevating that title. And a lot of times they think that you need a championship to elevate a talent. That's the case.
No, she does.
They think that Mercedes is elevating all those belts. Can anyone name all of those things? No. They're loser championships.
Come on.
I can name the C-Mill because she just won it, and the TBS championship. I don't know what any of the other ones are.
She lost the New Japan Strong Championship, I believe. So, yeah. Every other one.
Well, the New Japan Strong Championship.
She's got the Rev Pro Championship, I think, too.
Oh, Rev Pro. That's everyone knows them.
Yeah, wow.
And there's a couple of them just made it look like they're made like cardboard. Just got
you're right. I agree with you.
Glitter and shit glued onto it. Yeah. The jabroni titles, they're meaningless. Absolutely.
It's true.
Meaningless, man.
It's true.
All right, you got Moné, I've got Storm here. So all right, we're gonna revisit that one. Let's
do predictions. Actually, let's do it.
I don't want to do a bunch of them because
$10 on the line between you and I.
You just want to do money on it?
Let's do $10.
All right,
Afternoon, Liz. By the way, thank you for joining us
on that one. Other big matches here I want to hit on, especially here. It is what's going to be the main event: Texas Death Match.
Oof.
The champion, John Moxley, taking on can he be the hero of AEW? The hangman, the hang person, Adam Page. This one, man, I know the vet was hot on this one. He's been screaming it. It should have been Ospreay. The only ones that were counter arguing that were Let's Go Brandon and I during the watch-alongs because we thought the story made sense for Hangman to be in this spot.
Yeah, look, you're probably right. We just can't stand the guy that much that it doesn't matter, regardless.
There's personal things there. The story made sense.
That's what it is.
The story made sense. You've got those dastardly bastard desperados, that dangerous gang of outlaws, the Death Riders, just running rogue shot all over AEW, having their way with it. Moxley at the front there, the main gunslinger. Who do you need? You're in Texas, baby. This is the old West. This is how the OK Corral, how we throw down in Texas. You got the cowboy, the hero, going to be riding into town. whoa, 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 put the tumbleweed just blowing across the street.
Tumbleweed.
The kids are scrambling. The locals are boarding up the shops. They're running for the hills. Yeah. Here comes the gunslinger, the cowboy. Can the hangman get it? That's the story. It's the Old West at its finest. That's the story you tell in Texas.
But the thing is, dude, see, me and Vic both honestly thought, and we were saying this all year, this spot was for Ospreay to win the championship. But then again, they're going back to the UK next year, right?
This spot was for Ospreay until Coldplay had already booked their arena.
Right. Exactly. And that's the problem. So next year, it's already been booked. It'll be Ospreay. But like you said,
tumbleweeds the bush, not the restaurant.
I never saw any tumbleweeds in Texas, but she's from Texas originally, though, dude. She should know if there's any tumbleweeds in friggin' Texas or not.
Well, Texas hottie down there. It's a hot one.
Labrat says, Texas death match, will there be a death?
Yes.
I mean,
the death of actual Texas. We're going to sell them back to Mexico after this event. What
about California, but we're gonna keep that one?
2 for 1. 2 for 1. Mexico. Mexico's already taken over California with the population. So, hey, so who do you like in that? Is this the end of the road for the Death Riders? I know a lot of those, the true blue AEW fans, they've been wanting this thing to end for a while. Is this the payoff moment? Is this the payoff?
Yes, it probably is. But my hate runs that deep for fucking for Hangman that the cloud is I'm getting pretty clouded right now. Part of me thinks, Moxley's going to retain. I truly want Moxley to retain this match, but I know deep down that ain't happening.
It's going to be that moment. I think with the
I hate it. I hate to say it, but yeah.
I'm just hoping, because we have seen the lead in. Did you watch Collision? I don't want to ruin anything.
No, not yet. Not yet.
You didn't ruin anything. But we are seeing the olive branches being extended and being accepted a little bit. With this being a Texas death match, I hope they just don't overbook and get this thing to shenanigans too out of control.
Like Bruce says, it's a Texas death match. It leaves the ending wide open for shenanigans. I mean, he's not wrong. And there's going to be shenanigans, bro.
I just hope it doesn't get too crazy. Too crazy here.
I wish I could agree with you, but it's going to get cray-cray.
We do have some tag team matches here. I want to just make this point out, and I'll let you kind of touch where you want here. I think we all agree, man. The Hurt Syndicate, one of the best things in professional wrestling. I can just love what Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP are doing.
We heard people.
I'm not going to put the MJF in. Just trying to talk about the tag situation. They're going to be defending against Jet Speed, who at first I just laughed about this, but I'm finding some weird kind of enjoyment in just watching them get Jet Speed get beat up.
The last couple of weeks has been good, actually, sort of the build towards this match, even though I don't like the matchup.
And then they add the patriarchy into this thing, Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. So now we got a triple threat out of nowhere. To me, where we could have had some great focus on this tag division, another tag division getting crapped on here. This tag match becomes, for the belts, is so far secondary to Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks, where they now have also added the stipulation that if Ospreay and Strickland lose, neither can challenge for the AEW World Championship for 1 year. And, and on the other side, if the Bucks lose, they lose their EVP status.
I feel like it's going to be Ospreay that loses because we're setting up from a year from now for him to be the world champion come the UK and all in next year.
Even further than that, though, to expand on that, you're looking to go back over there. You're going to need a big name, a big main event for All In back over across the drink. He's going to be that draw. But how do you get to that? How do you earn that spot? You have to win No, you have to win the Owen Hart.
It's AEW. Yeah. And that ain't care, dude. They just
hold on. You're talking about long-term storytelling, right?
I know, but this is AEW we're talking about. They don't fucking know what
I'm trying to help you out. You're trying to put over that product. I'm trying to give you something here, Jimmy. You're not taking it. You need to be open to receiving.
I'm scarred, bro. I'm scarred. It's hard.
No, I think this might be a good idea for them. You want that long-term storytelling. You guys are just looking at that Ospreay. All right, who could be the finals of the Owen Hart Cup next year? Because there's going to be two individuals that can't challenge for a year. You could have Swerve and Ospreay in the finals next year for an opportunity to go there. So that's a big story to tell, a big match, and then Ospreay gets to go.
Either way, it's going to be Ospreay, but it's going to be Darby that's probably going to be champion come by the end of by the time we get to All In. I think,
where the hell's Darby been? Why are we not
He'll be back. All In.
I know. I get this, but why are we not seeing? I hope to God they film this and we're going to get a major documentary that they're going to release.
Of course they won't.
But one of the biggest things they have going in this company is him climbing Mount Everest. What I get mention of this bullshit?
Yeah, exactly. What makes you think they're going to think fucking logically and do something and put over their guy?
Move sets and rope work, right, buddy? That's
all it is. It's AEW, bro.
That's what moves the needle there. That's what
moves the needle, man. That's out of their mouths. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. They just don't care about that.
Other ones here. Here's a big one. You're a New Japan guy. This is where this rivalry began. They have had some absolute bangers over there. They're bringing it stateside. We got a stipulation. We got a winner takes all to unify the AEW Continental Championship and International Championship. It's Kazuchika Okada representing the Continental. Kenny Omega, the International Champ. There's going to be one. It's another dance between these two. Seen a lot of naysayers. Maybe these guys can't go. They're not going to be able to match anything they've done in the past. What say you, Mr. Jimmy T?
Well, first of all, don't expect anything like their past matches. They probably would not live up to any of those.
You don't think these two dogs are going to reach deep
They'll
down
go. No, absolutely they're going to go. And they're going to fucking still have one of the best matches on the card, 100%. But I'm going into this. They've wrestled 7 other times before this match, dude. They were younger. They were hungrier. This right now, the problem is Kenny is pretty banged up, dude. And I feel like he's on his last legs when it comes to his in-ring career. I truly do, man. That diverticulitis, however you pronounce it, diverticulitis, however, I always have trouble saying it. The point is, that's really fucked him up, dude. I think he keeps saying, like, every time he has a match, every time he stretches a bit too much with his, his ab area, like he's in like full-blown pain, man. He can't really move. So and think about it. Look at the shit he still does while coming back from that. He still goes 100 miles an hour. Maybe he needs to slow it down a little bit, Kenny. Can you slow down, bro? Actually, go and watch Stevie Richards' latest show. He talks, it's all about Kenny, man, and what he should do, at this point of his career, because he's right. Slow the fuck down and go by, let everybody go by his pace.
And as you talk about slowing things down, and Okada has slowed down a lot since coming.
Right, that's why he's the best opponent for Kenny in this match.
Well, I think that is by design. Okada has known he's been here working as a heel. You don't work that same style. You don't go out there and throw everything against the wall each and every time to get those big pops. That's not how a heel should work. You don't give it to the audience. You're 100% take from them. I think what's going to be interesting, I think they're going to tell a great story in this thing. I hope there's a little bit slower pacing, but at times,
surely,
when they need to rev it up, these old guys are going to do it.
Pace yourself a little bit. Right. Tell a story in the ring, pace yourself. And that's why I'm saying Okada's that perfect foil for Kenny to actually, play into psychology more than having to do with his 10-star matches, mouths of fucking bullshit matches. You know what I mean? Because they still are going to hit it out the park anyway. And I'm actually still looking forward to this match.
Yeah, some of the big matches there from All In, of course. Then when that wraps up the end of the evening, all attention is going to be shifting over to Saturday night's main event. We've got a few big matches here. We spent a lot of time there talking about Randy Orton, his now involvement with Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre. Those two, they're going to be hooking up two big heavyweights in a big throwdown. Jimmy, do you think we get any more development there? Does Jelly Roll make an appearance? Does he make the trip down to Atlanta from Nashville?
Why not? Absolutely. I think they should. But the fact that they did do it on SmackDown maybe makes me think otherwise. But I would continue
they're in Nashville. That's his home, Jelly Roll's home.
Right, exactly. Makes sense.
That's the best place to start that thing.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they do, but they do have a lot of time between now and, say, SummerSlam to build on this. So
why that iron touch? Keep striking.
I agree. I'm just thinking of WWE. Will they continue it? Probably not, though, deep down, but I think they should.
I'm hoping there's something with it, and the network would love that. If they can get a double dose, you just had Jelly Roll on our USA Network. Now you can get us on the major network.
Well, I guess you're right, actually, because Liz just said he is on the show. He said he's going to be in Randy Orton's corner. There you go.
Look at that. Hey, William Alcia, you're fired. We got a new Frito Scoops.
Elizabeth, right?
Elizabeth got us covered. Cia, you're out, dude.
You don't know who Jelly Roll is, Jordan? Come on, bro.
Hey, your boy. Well, not your boy. He took the title from your boy. I'm sure your boy will be involved. Solo Sakai defends against Jimmy Uso. You also say your boy, Fatu's going to be lurking around somewhere.
I mean, yeah, but Solo is still going to get the win anyway.
Yeah, I think so. Poor Jim. Poor Big Jim, man. His little feeder here. But it could be interesting to see, how that storyline keeps developing. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Jimmy. I admit it. I'm leaning towards. I'm looking at Total Card all in, but my moment of intrigue, excitement for this weekend, it's about the main event. Saturday night's main event. Goldberg.
There you go.
Goldberg. Is it gonna happen? That's what everybody's talking about. You've got in the arenas, people are going ape shit for Goldberg. And I heard, they're piping it in. People that are in those arenas, nah, that's real. That is legit. That's legit pop. They're loving Goldberg.
That's legit, man.
But
it's true. Fucking say what you will. People hate on him, but do they hate him?
Online, they are hating on it. I know. I listen to I Like It Raw, and you guys have been crapping all over this thing. Like, well, Goldberg, who the hell wants this? Boom.
But
the people want it.
The people want it. Say what you will about Goldberg, all right? Everyone shits on it, the IWC apparently, but they're all full of shit. Rick, let's be real here, man. Because every time the motherfucker comes out, all I'm hearing is Goldberg. And I mean loud, dude. People get excited for this man. You can shit on him. He's too old. He's this, he's that. But don't lie to yourselves, because everybody knows deep down, the minute you hear that friggin' music and he comes out, he still has that it factor about him, dude.
They better give us the full entrance tonight.
Oh, they will. I want him breathing out the friggin' the pyro and all.
We need all of that. If Goldberg wins, Jimmy, right? Does he shoot immediately? Does he shoot immediately to number one of that internet bullying list?
Whoa, yeah. I mean, possibly a huge skyrocket.
I think he breaks the list. I think the list just explodes if Goldberg.
Can you imagine
the internet wrestling community? Heads will explode if Goldberg is crowned the new champion tonight.
Especially if Rollins doesn't cash in and he holds the belt till Monday and then gives up the belt and retires. So he will always be champion.
You know what? All right, so I don't see that happening because that's John Cena's shtick right now.
Right.
He wants to leave as champion.
Right.
I know a lot of people are talking about a cash in.
That's how I feel if Goldberg wins.
I don't get that. I don't get what makes sense inside of that.
I'll tell you why.
Isn't the idea to get people to hate Seth Rollins?
Yeah, but come on.
That's counterproductive, Jimmy.
I know, but they've been doing that with Rollins now still. They're still doing that with Rollins.
So the internet wrestling all right, so you're going to have the internet wrestling community embrace Seth. They're going to love Seth there. But will it carry over where the general audience will disdain Seth for that?
That's a good question. That's a possibility going by the pops I hear with Goldberg.
Right? I mean, that could be a kind of complex situation
It's intriguing. Actually, it is very intriguing. So we'll see what happens. I mean, does Goldberg lose though in his home, like his last ever match, Atlanta?
Yeah,
Goldberg.
The WWE is big on the big moment of leaving people talking. The cash-in absolutely would do something like that. Does he go out and
Goldberg winning will do that?
Right, Goldberg winning will do that. Does he go out on his back in some form in his adoptive home there of Atlanta? Okay, so even with the cash-in, where does that leave Gunther?
It destroys him, bro, a little bit. Does it not? Or does it save him?
Could we get around all of this by going to really what this is about and getting into the story? Gunther puts the old man down, and it's
an old dog yeller.
Puts the old man down, but Goldberg, this is what is the catalyst for Goldberg's son to start training and start telling that story, that
Rocky story
of having to go through NXT.
Rocky 4.
He's in the back of his mind. Yeah. We're always thinking about, he wants to get to that main roster for an opportunity to, avenge his father, to get his, hopefully eventually get his hands on Gunther, or just go get that greatness.
It's a good question. I don't mind that idea. Gage does look pretty jacked for his age. I can't believe we used to see this little fat
He's heading
kid
to
not long
NXT.
ago.
He's heading to NXT.
That's for sure. That's happening 100%.
He's getting into the training program. Yes.
Okay. Well, look out for him, because I think he'll have something as he gets older. I don't know. I mean, you could do that. They kind of did that with Dom, right? When you think about it. Remember him and Brock Lesnar like putting him out and all that shit. And then that was pretty much the beginning of Dom.
You go out looking at the lights. That is, but sometimes it's not the case. You got to look at, what
this is tough, dude. This one is very tough, man. That's
what I think that's what you want, is that draw, right?
Yeah,
everybody's excited for that, because what's going to happen?
Yeah, and that's what professional wrestling is all about. That's what I love about it.
It's going to be boom. It's going to happen quick,
right?
It's gonna. What do you give match time? Bell to bell, not curtain to curtain. Bell to bell.
Just bell to bell, so not curtain to curtain. No shit, man. 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay. I think that's
fair. You can't go longer than that.
I'd say around that 5. You could do some slow down stuff. If you have Gunther, take Bill out to the side, or got him in a chokehold, and he's taunting the family, taunting the son.
Right. You could do that.
Those wear down holds, things like that. The taunts.
Realistically, you got to say 5 to 10.
I say 10. Yeah. 8 to 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Now, definitely. When you put it like that, and there will be that. There's going to be that. 100%.
I just didn't think that's
right.
That slow paced storytelling that we're going to have going on.
Gruss says I need Goldberg to drop Gunther in like 3 minutes. Oh boy, imagine that. Talk about killing a career.
No. Talk about killing the internet. The entire internet will explode. I am with you. I am with you, Gruss. I am with you, man.
Well, Labrad's going one better. I mean, even he says, give me an old Goldberg 10-second match.
Hit it with that jackhammer that he missed the other day, and
spear jackhammer, done and dusted, Rick. That's it.
Oh my God! Don't even give the internet smarks enough time to react. Boom, it's over. I love it. See, there's all these possibilities. That's the best part about it. That's what we.
It's intriguing, man. Say what you want about this matchup. Don't say all y'all aren't intrigued somewhat. It's a big what if type of match. Even though really going by what WWE's telling us, it's Goldberg's last match. Like sometimes, Occam's razor, dude. It's as simple as that sometimes, man. The most obvious thing is the answer. And I think WWE telling us that Goldberg is retiring and this is his last match. You got to say Gunther's going to win, right? But everything else that they throw at you is fucking with all of us, even though they're telling you ahead of time. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You know what's going to happen? The Rock's just going to randomly show up, and then we're never going to hear from him again on it. That's what's going to happen here. Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. We're gonna start talking. We're gonna hype up here Evolution. I'm looking at this card. I got to tell you, Jimmy, I'm going to be honest here. Of course, Evolution going to bring it all home Sunday night for us. Top to bottom, 7 matches. The build has been very lackluster. This is a damn good card.
Actually is. Funny enough, all the belts are on the line too.
And we're talking division. This out by the end of this show. I might have this jump all in for the event I'm most excited for. JC Jane.
Wow.
Versus Jordan Grace. So we're going to get our NXT Women's Championship that I was looking forward to maybe on Great American Bash. So we're going to do some business there. We're going to get it at Evolution.
True.
We got the Judgment Day, the newly formed Judgment Day rendition here. Raquel Rodriguez, who was a champ with her new partner, Roxanne Perez, against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Soroka and Zarya. I love those two. The Kabuki Warriors are back in business.
Yeah.
Got a fatal 4-way. A battle royal. I'm a huge battle royal, Mark. I love that. We got Stratton versus Stratus. We got the grudge match, Cargill versus Naomi. And we got the triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. This is a damn good card.
What if you saved the Cargill, what's it called? Fucking, my God, I gone blank. Why'd I go blank already? Would you save the match for SummerSlam? And Naomi, that's it. Wouldn't you save that?
This is a no-holds-barred match. That's going to be kind of interesting.
Okay.
No, you're not going to have this at SummerSlam because Jade Cargill has a title shot at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about
she has had that granted to her. So what I think you do here is, let's go out here. I think this, with a gimmick match like this is going to protect all those bad things that we've been talking about with Jade. If an agent can really put this thing together, you can protect all the flaws with Jade here. Again, keep this short and sweet. We're just talking about that time.
You have to, bro.
For Goldberg,
Naomi is not a type of wrestler either that will be able to lead really Cargill, in my opinion.
Keep this under 10 minutes, or this just popped in my mind. Remember that when Moxley and who was it? Big Red from the Wyatts? It wasn't. No, it was Brody. Remember they had that that actually went the whole show.
That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous though at the time. But yeah, I remember that.
Do something like that, where they start brawling and then it just kind of disappears, and then we can go back to it. I'm trying to think of something different to get some interest in that thing.
I know, but
it has
to
be anything spectacular. So other big ones here. Titty time
against Trishy time.
This is gonna be all right. So this is funny. We're getting all this hate for Goldberg. But it seems, some love for Stratus, seeing her back.
Come on, dude. Look at her. All right. How old is she? 50-something? I mean, and she's still bringing the Stratus faction guaranteed, Rick.
Ooh, she's in fitty time. Fitty time.
I mean, seriously, name another female wrestler at her age that can actually still go somewhat and looks as good as she does right now.
I mean, it looks amazing. I think, it's going to get a good pop. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here in the match. But again, hey, you know what? We've been screaming this for months. You know what? We're not crazy, Jimmy. We're not crazy. We've been asking. We've been pleading with the chat, with the Hameen Army. We've been pleading with the internet wrestling community. Hell, I've been going out the street just asking people, explain to me in what reality that Tiffany Stratton is a babyface. And now Bully Ray's been asking that same question.
It's funny, right? I saw that.
We are not crazy, Jimmy. So I wonder how this is going to work. Is she going to go like uber heel, like total bitch in this one? Is there going to be kind of some show of respect? I mean, it's going to be, I think that's the interest to watch between these two.
But you know what? Doesn't it feel like Titty time is actually, or Tiffy time, sorry, is actually the heel in this match?
She feels like the heel all the time because she's an unlikable bitch.
But now she truly feels like the heel, though, by design.
When she gets to select her own challenger here, and it's not like she's gracious. Like, you know what? I want to take this opportunity at Evolution to make history. And I want to, thank somebody that did something for me, that showed me what it takes to be a champion, that has paved the way for all the women. I want to go make magic and have one of the greatest matches ever with Trish Stratus, and you get this great moment. Instead, she invites her out. She's like, I gave you a match, but girl, I'm going to beat you.
That's what's funny. That's why I'm laughing about it.
And then in that entire time, you got Jade in there, who's also being like a completely unlikable see you next Tuesday.
Like a dick. Like she's being a dick, for real. Yeah, I know. It's weird, dude. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do here, but
So
Let's see,
now,
look-
so the setup we're going to have here is they're probably going to lean in hard with Tiffy trying to be a heel here. Jade doesn't come off as likable. So we're going to end up with a main event, or not a main event, but a title match at SummerSlam, Jade versus Tiffy, where it goes back to the same problem at WrestleMania with Charlotte.
Ooh.
You don't want to like either of them, but at least at WrestleMania, Charlotte can carry a match.
Right. Yeah. Imagine these two at a SummerSlam, dude. No, I don't know, man. When you put it like that, it worries me, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out at Evolution.
That match is just going to be about summer yams. There ain't no slamming about that thing.
Summer yams.
Yeah.
Could be pretty bad. It could be pretty bad.
We got our other women's championship. She got to pick her challenger too, and it was Rhea Ripley. I choose you.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley. I choose you.
Rhea Ripley. Oh, don't do that to me. Oh shit! I start choking when I'm laughing.
Drives me crazy every time.
Rhea Ripley is the fucking comment of the night.
I choose you.
Oh, that's so good.
But you know they're going to go out there and put on one hell of a match.
They will actually 100%. Sister Talk, RBV Sister Talk. That's a new show right there.
I don't know why my Tiffany Stratton thing went to straight pissed off black girl, but that's where I went with it.
You ain't pissed off Japanese.
Yeah. That's pissed off Japanese girl for you.
I choose you, Pokemon Go.
I will tell you a match. I put this on my 5 things I was looking forward to this weekend in wrestling. I am looking forward to the women's triple threat. And I broke my own golden rule is I came up with a booking idea that I like in my head that if it doesn't happen, I'm probably going to hate everything.
Yeah.
But in this match, we got Becky Lynch defending against Bayley and Lyra, old bird girl. I did like, Becky come out and saying, hey, all these other champions get to choose theirs. Now I get to fight 2 losers. They couldn't even win a match against each other. Yeah, that was kind of funny, but
absolutely.
Bell to bell, 3 of the best here. I think they're going to have a great match together.
Oh, they'll hit it at the park. And actually individually too, they've had great matches individually. Like whether it's Bird Girl and Bayley or Bird Girl and Becky. You know what I mean? Or Becky and Bayley. So either combination, they've actually had great matches. And I think the 3 of them in this match could be, low-key show stealer of Evolution.
Hey, speaking of, a little side note, I had this on my notes to bring up to you in a conversation, no better time than live here. I need you to do a mastered remix of Coco Beware's entrance music and Lyra's. We need Birdman beats Bird Girl. We're going to get her over with an entrance theme there, Jimmy. We're going to get that working.
That sounds like a freaking disaster waiting to happen. I'll see what I can do, though.
But here's what I want in this match. This is what's got me intrigued here. I'm looking forward to it bell to bell. I think they're great talents there. How about this? Never before in wrestling, inside of a triple threat, a triple turn.
Oh, a triple turn? How does that work?
Bird Girl and Bayley, the role model, turn heel.
Right. True.
They form an alliance here. One, Bayley's great in any role. She can kind of, go on the fly there. Very good as a heel. She did some good work with that ding dong, excuse me stuff.
Yeah, I love that. Still great now.
Ding dong. She's the role model, but let's make her a bad role model. Nobody wants to root for Lyra right now. It's not working.
And that's because of herself, really. Not so much WWE's fault. It's actually her fault.
The coaching and all that. So
whatever it is,
let's embrace that she should not be speaking for herself. She needs a mentor. She needs a role model. Let's turn them heel. And at the same time, let's turn Becky baby, but let's bring back the man, the anti-hero, the ass kicker, the Becky that the people want to cheer, that they want to embrace. That's great for PR, that moves merchandise, that gets big pops. Let's use this match as a catalyst to recast people into the right parts and really get things moving forward.
But is that wishful thinking? As good as that sounds, and I'm all for it.
I think it is, but to me, it's logical thinking. Let's recast people where the hell they should be here. And
I agree.
You're creating a moment in Evolution we've never seen. We've never seen a triple turn in one match.
Plus, but like Bruce says, and I hate to say it, you're asking for a lot now, RBV. I mean, it's true. It's wishful thinking.
God damn it!
Even though I agree,
it is Christmas in July.
Give it to him, WWE.
I have been good. I have been to her for 6 months. God damn it! This is what I want in my stocking.
I agree with that, but will it happen? Unlikely, though, Rick. If it does, they heard it from here, man. First, I guarantee it.
Hey, I'm just trying to put on a good show for everybody. And I broke my cardinal rule that I always yell at you about. I hate doing that, where I come up with a booking idea, get it in my head that I want it to happen. So if it doesn't, it's going to ruin it for me. But
you know it will. And everyone thinks the same way, man. It's wishful thinking, even though like it'd be a great idea, but unfortunately, I just don't see them doing it, even though it'd be good for them to get people interested in maybe watching Evolution after the fact, even.
Well, it's just recasting. People want to cheer Becky. And the main character is good. It's that anti-hero. She doesn't got to completely stop being, a douchebag to everybody, but embrace the fans there. This whiny side of her isn't working. The female version of Seth Rollins, just get away from it. People want to cheer her. People want to embrace her. She's good at the PR stuff. She can move that merchandise. Let's hit the positives here. Let Bayley go back to the heel. She can do it so well. And Lyra needs help. You know what? She needs help.
She needs help, you think?
Yeah.
She needs more than help. I mean, her in-ring work is not even an issue. That's the thing, man.
Really? I love watching her.
She's great. Absolutely. In the ring, she's absolutely great. But God damn it, work on everything else with her.
And the booking with her just made her look just so stupid. So
that's an understatement, dude. Elizabeth says Lauren needs a future endeavored.
Wouldn't go there. Good in the ring. Good in the ring.
She's good. Yeah, she is. She's good in the ring. I won't go there, but she pisses me off though. I won't lie.
All right, Jimmy. So with all of this going on here, what is the biggest headline that we're going to be talking about tomorrow night when this is all wrapped up and we get back here for a special Smack Attack this weekend in WWE? This weekend recap, everything going on. What is the big headline we're going to be leading off with?
It's either Goldberg being champion and a Seth cash-in, or it's got to be probably more than likely All In.
Okay. So it's either a new champion. That's what you're going with here, right? Either
if WWE want to be the talk of the town, we need Goldberg to win and Seth to cash. And then everybody will be talking about that. But otherwise, if that doesn't happen, I think All In will get most of the attention.
All right. Wait, I guess mine doesn't matter. You know what? We got another big prediction here for the big weekend, a big headline that everyone's going to be talking about. Jimmy, are you ready here?
Oh, is it Cha-Cha?
Yeah, coming back.
Cha-cha.
Everyone will love me, Jimmy. Everyone will love me.
If only it goes to my plan. If things go her way, the way, we're laying it out before. If you want people to cheer her and all that, it can happen. Considering the Tiffany J. Cargill debacle, that could be a problem. That can very well happen if they go that way. So we'll see. Maybe she will get her way. Either way, there's a lot of intriguing things that can come out of this week, that's for sure. And it's a locked and loaded weekend of pro wrestling, no less. So I'm looking forward to it now. I'm looking forward to watching All In even today. And, of course, Saturday night's main event. And, I guess that's a wrap, right, Rick? We can take it home from now.
Well, absolutely, man. I talked for about 12 hours on a microphone yesterday at the track, too, with you. We're going to be back for a few more tonight. Live watch along Saturday night's main event. Hey, we're bringing a party. We're going to have a good time.
Well, you're cutting out, Rick. You're cutting out.
Am I? There
you go. Now we can hear you.
All right. I don't know. I think she bumped the mic here. We might be getting bumped out. We'll let Shar send you home there. Love me. Love me.
Well, in saying that, is there any socials you want to give out or anything like that, Rick? Or we'll just be back later on to do the same deal?
Be back here. Hit
all right.
that alert. Get that alert.
And before we do go,
Get that alert.
yeah, and like and subscribe to this very channel, because like I said, man, everything's up. Our views are up, our likes are up, our subscriptions are up. And so please keep doing us a favor and keep sharing it and liking this very channel. In saying that, Rick and Cha-Cha, I am your host, Jimmy T. He is my co-host, R to the B to V, and that was Cha-Cha. And you have been listening and watching the Smack Attack right here on Hammy Media Group's YouTube channel. And we'll be back later on tonight for the Saturday night's main event watch along. And of course, look out for Brandon's, it's a late one. It's the late edition of the watch along of All In. So look out for that too. But in saying that, till later, we're out. Peace.
The squad is hard, all battle scarred. Everybody got cauliflower ears. Heavyweights and telomates, two step aside when we're arriving. Syndicate, we don't sing and dance. We ain't down with shucking and jiving.
Hey yo, we heard people.